Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you're watching this from. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to bring you a beautiful tutorial, and we are going to be making a multicolor trouser for a 3-year-old. Yes, a multicolor trouser for a 2-year-old. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. So all you're going to be needing is your tape measure, which is important, lighter to burn your ends, a darning needle to weave in your ends, a crochet hook. I'm going to be using a 4 mm hook and a 3.5. I will explain why. Then your stitch marker to mark the place that you're going to divide for the crochet area, and your scissors. And don't forget the yarn that you're going to be using. Like I said, is a multicolor trouser for a 3-year-old. So it's my scrap yarn that I have that I want to use for it. Sorry. So these are some of the colors. I have other colors to add because, like I said, it's a scrap yarn. So I just want to use it for the trouser. So go ahead. You can decide to use one color. You can decide to use a lot of colors. But as long as you go through the measurement, you know how to make the trouser. So without wasting much time, I've already started mine. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how I achieve this. So this is for the waist side. This is the waist area. So like I said, your tape measure is going to be very important in this project. Now for the baby I'm working for, which is a 3-year-old baby, her waist is 19 inches. This is her waist. Her waist is 19 inches wide. Then her hip size is 23. Her hip size is 23. Now, because I want it to fit through her hip down to her waist, I'm going to be using the 19 inches so that it will be able to pass her hip down to her waist. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is I'm using the waist measurement to do the band or the ribbon that will be at the waist. So I'm going to work to 19 inches. Then when we are working the body, then we'll be able to add a little so that we'll have that 23 inches for the waist. I don't know if it's clear. Now from the waist down to the ankle, that means the length of the trouser, it's 18.5 or 19, but it's 18.5 actually. 18.5. Then where I'm going to divide the crotch area is 7 inch. But as we walk along, like I said, you'll be understanding it and be getting why all these measurements I just mentioned. Now, I've already done mine, which is 19 inches. But like I said, not to worry, I'm going to show you how you could get yours. As you can see, it's 19 inches long. This is okay and very perfect for me because it stretches, as you can see, it stretches. Let's see what it stretches. See, it stretches up to even 23. Sorry. So like I said, it stretches up to even the hip measurement. So using these 19 inches is okay for me. And remember, we are still going to add like what was it called? Like a rope, so that it will hold it. It will not be that free. So let me show you how I did this pattern. It's called a front post, a front loop, sorry. So let me use another color to show you how. So because I'm using a 40-gram yarn and it's tiny, I'm going to be doubling my strand. But for this ribbon, I use a 3.5 mm hook for this because I want it to have this tight tension. I don't want to use a 4 mm, but for the body part I'll be using the 4 mm. So from here we are going to make a loop. Then I'm going to chain up the 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we are going to be working a half double crochet. That's what we are going to be doing. Now, making a half double crochet, I'm going to go in the second chain from my hook. That is one. Then this, I'm going to make a half double crochet. Making a half double crochet, we are going to yarn over like this. go into that chain, pull out, then pull the three, pull everything out. That's a half double crochet. Like so, yarn over, go into the next chain and make your half double crochet. You're going to pull out everything. Yarn over into the next chain, pull out. Yarn over, go into the chain, bring it out. You have 3 loop on your hook, then pull all out. So this is how you make your half double crochet. So we are going to work this until we get to the end. Remember we chained 15, but minusing 1, we are going to be having 14 half double crochet. Now it depends on your choice. It depends on how you want your waistband to be, how big you want it to be. That will determine the amount of chain that you're going to make. So I'm at the end of making my 14 half double crochet. Now from here I'm going to chain up 1. Chaining up 1 doesn't count as a stitch, it's our turning chain. Then we are going to go turn our work and make 1 half double crochet round. Now like I said earlier, we're making the front loop. This is what I mean by making the front loop. This 2 chain, is it chain? No, sorry. These stitches here that is going like this, so we are going to go into the front loop to make a half double crochet. Yarn over into the front loop, in between, take the front one, pull out, then you have 1 half double crochet. Yarn over into this front side, in the middle, the front one, make a half double crochet. So this is what you're going to be doing until you have the desired waist length of the baby or the person's measurement that you want. So just continue working front loop till you get to the end. So this is how you're going to be doing it. Yarn over, go into the front side, pull up, loop, then pull it all out. Yarn over to the front loop. So continue working this until you get to the end. So I'm sorry, I'm almost at the end. I don't know if it's clear enough what I did. Then when you get to the last place, remember that chain 1 that we use in turning. As you can see, it has that 2. So we are going to go into the front one like so and make a half double crochet. There you have it. Now always remember to chain 1, and remember it doesn't count as a stitch. Yarn over, then into the first stitch, which is this place. You can see we are going to go there and make a front loop like so. So like I said earlier, continue making this until you have your desired length of the waist measurement. Your desired length of the waist measurement. So that's what we are working with, because that's what I am working with. So that's what I did until I have this desired waist measurement. As you can see, it's the design is coming up. That's this design that I did here. See. So without wasting much time, if assuming you have gotten to the end of your waist measurement, you are going to join it up so that you have a circle, because we are going to be working it around. Now from here, all I want to do now is chain 1. After making chain 1, we are going to turn like so. Then I'm going to go into the first half double crochet, then go into the front loop here like so, pull out. Here we are making a single crochet. Then so I don't know if it's clear. Now go into the second half double crochet, then into the front loop of the second half double crochet of the other side and make your single crochet. Making a single crochet, you don't need to yarn over, just go through, go into the third and into the third of the front loop of the other side and make your half double crochet. So this is what I'm going to be doing until I get to the end, and I'm going to, before I'll start working round. So continue doing this, go into the next half double crochet, then to the front loop and make a double crochet. So continue doing this until you get to the end. So guys, I'm done and this is what it's looking like. I'm going to chain one, then I want to work it round. So I'm going to use the same color to work it round, but this time around I'm going to change my hook to the 4 mm hook because that's what I want to use in working the body. Now I made my band half double crochet. I made about 60. I made up to 60 rows. So I'm here. I already chained one and I've done my work. I'm going to go into that first half double crochet that I made and make one half double crochet like so. Now, as you can see, you see that there are space in between. I'm going to go there and also make one half double crochet. Then go into the next and make a half double crochet. Then into that small space with a half double crochet. So this is what you're going to be working until you get to the end. So I've made here, I'm going to go here now and make one half double crochet. Now into that half double crochet and make one half double crochet. Into that space here, you have double crochet. So continue working until you get to the end. So guys, I'm done making my half double crochet around, and at the chain one I want to slip stitch like so. Chain one, then I'm going to cut. Remember it's a multicolor trouser, so I want to change my color now from here. Well, they have different ways. This is what it's looking like. They have different ways on changing colors. They have different ways of changing colors. I just wanted to start changing color with what's it called? The way I just did it. So, like I said, it's a multicolor yarn trouser. Sorry, it's a multicolor trousers. So I'm going to start with color purple. And mind you, I'm not going to go like I'm just going to go randomly. Just any colors that my hand meets, I'm just going to add it. So it's not like the color is arranged. But if you want to do it as color arranged, fine, no problem. So from here, I'm going to go into the first place. You can just go anywhere. I'm going to, make a chain. I'm going to chain two. Now, because I want to start working with a double crochet, that's why I'm chaining two. And remember, this chain two doesn't count as a stitch. It's just like a walking chain. So I'm going to go and make one double crochet there, like so. So we are going to go round and make our double crochet in each half double crochet from the previous row that we made. So just continue working your double crochet, and I will meet you when you are here. Then I'll show you what to do next. So I'm in the end and I want to slip stitch. Now when I count like this on double crochet that I made, I have up to 116 double crochet. And remember I said here is 19 inches, which is the waist, and we have to make a little, let's check if we can be able to make a little increase for the hip, because the hip is 23. So this is what is looking like. Now when we divide 23 into 2, I think we'll be having about 12.5. Am I right? I think 12.5, yeah. We'll be having about 12.5 inches. Wait, don't be angry. Let me check. 23 inches divided by 2. Oh, sorry, 11.5. 11. So I already have, let me say, it's about 11 inches. It's about 11 inches wide. And when we stretch it, it's going to be 11.5. So I think it's okay for me. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying. I think this is okay for me. Maybe because of how we walked around the band here. So this is very okay because when I stretch it, it gives me that 11.5. And as we are walking down, there's something we're going to do when we want to divide the leg part. That is where we are going to have the actual measurement when we are walking the lap side. So this is what I'm going to be doing until I'll have 7 inch. But not to worry, Like I said, there are other ways to change colors, and because it's a multicolor project, I'm going to show you how to do it. Now from here, I slip stitch, and I'm going to chain up two. Remember, chain two doesn't count as a stitch, but I'm going to go back there and make one double crochet like so. Now go into the next with one double crochet, into the next with another double crochet. So from here now, I just want to show you how to change your color if you are working it in multicolor. So from here, I want to change my color now. I have to bring out the other color I'll be using. I think this color is okay. Yeah, it's just any color my hand picks. That's what I'm going to be working with. Now from here, I want to change my color to this. So from here, I'm going to yarn over and go into the next double crochet. I'm going to pull up a loop and go through two. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to have two loop on my hook like so. Then I'm going to drop that and pick the next color I want to add like this. You can go ahead and make it as if you want to start a chain. Make a loop like so. Then take your yarn through that loop and pull it out like so. I don't know if it's clear. Then we're going to go into the next stitch and make double crochet. So this is what it's going to be looking like. So it's not going to show where you add it, as you can see. Now this is how you're going to be working, especially if you want to change your yarn. So continue making your one double crochet, and if you take notes, then the other color just going to cut for a length so that as you are working, just like I'm doing, you're going to be weaving in your ends like so. So as I'm working, as you can see, I'm trying to weave in the ends so that I won't come back to weaving ends, because using a multicolor, that means you have to weave in ends a lot. So just continue working, just put it here in between, go through like so, make a double crochet. So that's how to add another color. So like I said earlier, continue working like this round until you have 6.5 or 7 inches long, until you have your 7 inches from here to here. That's where we are going to divide the clutch area. So continue working until you have your 7 inches, and I will meet you back to show you what we are going to do. So guys, I want to show you something else again. You might as well tie it like this one. Now my yarn is finished, this color is finished, so I want to add this color. So what I want to do here now is to tie it. So you might as well tie yours if you want to add your color like so. So you make it to be very secure. Now after tying, then you cut like this. So you might as well tie yours or do that pattern that I did. That pattern. So I just want to show you different ways. But sincerely speaking, I would prefer you do this pattern that I did here, which is, yarn over, make two, leave two loops before collecting the yarn, add it. Or you can as well tie it. And again, when I get to this place, I'll also show you how you can add when you want to slip stitch. If that's the place you want to change your color, where you want to slip, you are working with one color round, then you get there, you want to change another color, I will show you what to do. So just continue working. Like I said earlier, then I'll show you what to do when you get there. So guys, I'm at the end and I want to slip stitch. Now, to slip stitch, if it's here, I want to change my color. It's like this, and you go there where you want to slip stitch, then you drop. Then take another color, the color next that you want to add to it. Now, being that I want to add orange, now this is how it is. I'm going to roll it. I want to slip stitch. Then I'm going to take this like so, and pass it through. I'm using this orange now to slip stitch. I don't know if it's clear. Let's do it one more time. Let me show you one more time. Now I'm working with the blue, and I want to slip stitch, but I want to change to another color. Now what you do is just drop it down, then take the color that you want to use. You can either do it like so, or do it, just wrap it around your hand and leave an amount that is long like so. Then you take it and pass it through. Then you use it to make your slip knot. mm? Then here chain 2, remember it doesn't count as a stitch. As you can see, we have already changed our color. So from here we are just going to go with our normal regular double crochet. I don't know if it's okay, so I just want to show you how to add in different areas. Then the other previous color that we stopped using, we're going to cut an amount. Then from here we are just going to weave in the end of this as we are walking, so it won't show in the end. I don't know if it's clear. Don't worry, as we are walking I will still try to be explaining. So remember, from here we are going to walk until we have our 7-inch where we are going to divide the leg. So continue walking until you get your 7-inch. So guys, I'm done with 11 rows. So I made 11 rows, 11 rounds, sorry. Let's see what it measures from here. Now exactly 7-inch. So this is what I want before we divide my clutch area. Now remember I told you when I made this half double crochet here, I have about 116 chain. Now when we divide 116 chain, it is going to be giving us 58, 58, 58. But it is not what I want, in the sense that when I count from here, now, normally when I slip stitch, I'll just chain 2 and go back here and make a chain. But from here, I'm not going to count this stitch here. You understand? I'm not counting this stitch here. Now from here, because I'm not counting this stitch, from here to here, it's 58. Then from here round to this place is also 58. That means here is my middle. Now if I'm counting this stitch, that means from here to here, it's going to be my 58. And we want it to be equal. You understand? We want it to be equal. That means here is going to be 58. But because I'm not adding this chain 1 space, I'm going to minus 1 inch. Sorry, I'm minusing one crochet. That means altogether it's going to be 117 chain. 117 double crochet, sorry, 117 double crochet, because I minus 1. That means I'm not counting here. And I want to divide it. I want it to be equal. I'm dividing it into 2. Now, if you have slip stitch, it's even good if you don't have an even number. You understand? That means you have a number that cannot be divided by 2. So that's why I minus 1 double crochet, so that we're having 58. From here now, that means from here, I'm not counting here. From here to here, I'm having 58. Then from here round down to this place, I'm having 58. Now from here, we are going to be chaining up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we want the clutch, the round the leg, and we said that 23 divided by 2 it's 11.5. Now 11.5, so I want to make sure that after adding these 5 inches, let's see, it's giving me 6. So 23 divided by 2, which is the hip area, is giving me 11.5. Now 11.5 divided by 2 will be giving me 5.7, which is here. So I will need to have, from my clutch area, to have 5.7, because I don't want the trouser to be too tight, you get. So I'm just going to leave it like so. So I'm chaining up 5. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want the trouser to be too tight. I want something like a baggy trouser. Here, let me use that word, like a baggy trouser. So that's why I'm just going to see to make it up to 6.5. Sorry. I hope what I'm saying, I'm making sense. I don't want it to be, normally when I divide it into 2, you see what it's giving me? It's giving me 6. But when I add to this clutch area, it's going to give me up to 6.5. Like I said, I don't want the trouser to be tight on the baby, on her. I want it to be loose, to be free, like a baggy trouser. So that's why I'm chaining up 5. So chain up 5. Then I'm going to go back to this place where my stitch marker is, and I'm going to slip stitch. You know how to slip stitch. Just go in, pull out, then pull it through. From here, I slip stitch. So this is what you are going to be having, and that's what we are going to be working on. Now we are going to be working it round. Now I slip stitch here. What I'm going to do is now chain up 2, 1, 2. Now, it's true that our chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, but we are not going to go back there to work. Remember, we are supposed to be having 58 round, then 58 the other side. So what I'm going to do is here now is just go to the next stitch here and make 1 double crochet like so. Into the next with 1 double crochet, into the next with 1 double crochet. So this is what you are going to be doing, working round until you get to this place here. Until you get to this place, then you work your 5 double crochet on your chain. So just walk around until you get to this place, and I'll show you what to do. I hope you understand what I did. Now I divided my work into two. 58 from here side to this place, then 58 from this side to this place. Then I had to slip stitch and I chain up 2. Now that chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, but doesn't mean that we are going to go back into that same place and make a double crochet, because we are working with 58 chains. So if I walk here, that means my walk around is going to be 59, but I don't want it to be like, sorry, it's going to be 58 plus 5, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63 chains. But if I walk here, it's going to be 64 chains, which I don't want it to be so. So just skip that place that you made your slip stitch, chain 2, then go into the next and make a double crochet. So work a double crochet until you get to this place, and I'll show you what to do next. So here I'm close to the chain where I make my last double crochet. Now we're just going to skip over into the chain to make our double crochet. Remember, we chained 5, so we are going to be having 5 double crochet across. So this is my second, that is 2, 3, 4, and to the last 5 double crochet. Then I'm going to slip stitch. Now you have to go ahead and count to see if you have the required amount of chain, double crochet round, you get. So I'm going to count mine to see how many I have, so that I'll not make the mistake when I'm making the other side. So guys, counting round, I have 63 62 double crochet, and I also went ahead to count this side as well, and I also have 63 double crochet. Now this is what you're going to be doing now. You're going to be walking around until you have your desired length. But let me show you what you're going to do when you are done with the other leg and you want to attach your yarn here. So let me show you. Just go ahead. Take your yarn, assuming you have worked the other side. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how many rows I did and how many inches we are going to do to have our desired length for the 3 years old. So just go ahead. Because we want to start from this place, I'm going to start from the middle. I'm going to start from the middle. Okay, I think I'll start from here. Just pick anywhere to start from. I think I'm going to start from here. Then I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2. I'm going to go back into that same place and make 1 double crochet, so that I'll be able to have my 62 chains. You get. So I've made 2, then I'm going to go into that chain with 1, then 2, 3, 4, 4, then 5. Now remember, when I said I counted, I didn't count this one to be among this. I didn't count it, so I'm just going to skip it and go into the next place. That means where the chain is coming from, I'm not going to go into that place. Like I said, remember, when you are doing it, make sure that the number of double crochet stitches that you have on the right side is going to be the number of double crochet you have in the other side. So I have 62 here, and I also have 62 here. So this is what it's going to be looking like. This is how it's going to look like. So just continue walking round. Now if you notice, I continue using my 3.5. I realized that using my 4.0 mm was giving me, making the work to be bigger, so I had to switch to my 3.5 so that will give me a tighter tension. Now if you notice, I told you we'll be needing, for the full length, we'll be needing 19 inches, 18.5 or 19 inches. So that means to say we have walked about how many inches now? We have walked about 7 inches. So 7 inches. Then what we need now, it's 12 inches. Why? Because we said we are working till we have our 17 inches long. That means from the waist to the ankle, that means the leg, down the leg, we need 18 inches. That's for my own measurement. But if you're working for your own measurement, it might be 20, it might be 21, but whichever length your own is. But mine is 19 inches. So since I've worked about 7 inches, that means I will be needing 12 more inches. That means from where we started the leg, which is this place, you know now, this is where we started the leg, this one, minus the 11 round that I went through. This is the first one. So from here, I'll have to measure something that will give me up to 12 inches. You understand? 12 inches long. That means for the leg. Now, when we plus the 7 inches, that's what is going to give us that 19 inches. I don't know if it's clear enough, but yeah, what I mean is walk round until you have from your waist until you have your desired length of the trouser. If it's a short, walk round until you have the desired length of the shorts that you want. It might be 10, it might be 15, so depending. So I'll go ahead and make more rows, more rounds, that will give me about 12 inches when I measure, or altogether 19 inches. So continue working your round and I'll see you at the end of each leg. So since you have known how to do this side, just continue working. Then when you get here, you slip stitch, then you continue working around. Remember, when you slip stitch chain 2, it doesn't count as a stitch. Just continue working your 1 double crochet around. Do the same for the other leg, and I will meet you when I'm done with my 2 legs. Guys, I'm done making my rounds, and I made about 30 rounds for the leg after dividing the clutch area, and I have my 19 inches completed. Let's measure so we can see. So from the waist down to the leg, as you can see, it's 19 inches. So go ahead and make yours until you have a desired length. Then I made a chain up to 170 and I added a little bit for the waist so I could be able to tie it so it could fit. So I guess this is the end of our video, and I will see you on our next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.